Welcome to this segment of Plugged In with Tranztec. Today, I'm joined by Toby Miller, the Executive Director and Founder at Tranztec. We're diving into how Tranztec and CloneOps.ai are partnering to bring conversational AI and real-time automation directly into transportation connectivity workflows. As we get started, Toby, my friend, how are you?
I'm doing great, Alan. Thanks for having me here. Appreciate the opportunity to talk about what we've done together and some of the really powerful AI implementations that we've been working on together. So great to be here.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing your time. It's a pleasure having you. So we're combining Tranztec's powerful universal APIs and the integration platform with CloneOps.ai's voice and omnichannel agents to automate, I think, things like dispatch, track and trace, document workflows, and operational communications across the supply chain. Tell us a little bit more. Maybe what have you seen across the industry? Maybe some of the hardest things that customers were facing that opened the door for our partnership.
Yeah, so our platform has been providing transportation-focused integration and automation for quite a while. We integrate all of the various popular TMS systems that are out there with solutions such as telematics, imaging, fuel optimization, freight optimization, and things like that. So we've been certainly bringing a lot of these disparate systems together for a long time. Because a lot of times these systems were siloed or disconnected or standalone, and so they really weren't leveraging the data in the most efficient way. But within our system, we can automate a lot of the logic and things of that nature. But sometimes it is absolutely necessary to pick up a phone and talk to the customer or talk to the driver or send them an email or even respond to an email. And so, the partnership with CloneOps allows us to do those things when the need arises. The agentic AI can be employed to do the hard work that normally requires labor scale.
That makes sense. So Tranztec solving one of the hardest problems, which is connectivity, so bringing all that data into one place. And then with our partnership, being able to take action on that data, either through a call or through an email or through a text. What made CloneOps AI the right partner for Tranztec?
Yeah, so I mean the some of the early demos that we did with CloneOps were just fantastic. We've had a really good working relationship with the team, and honestly, in our initial customer deployment, as I've said before, we kind of connect with a lot of different systems and a lot of different technology partners. But one of the original deployments that we had with a mutual customer, we really found that the drivers, which probably are the potentially the biggest critics or the biggest users of a system like this, were really accepting of it, and they were really not seemingly able to tell the difference between a human calling them or the AI, and it was really effective, and it allowed us to solve problems quickly before humans had to spend time doing it, or before customer service failures and other impactful performance issues would arise. So it was a really good test case with that customer, and we were extremely impressed with the results.
Thank you. It's great to hear you say that, and that the operations are proving results, right? And then I think for the voice piece or the connectivity piece of impacting drivers, it gets better and better. So I know that even this week, we released a new versioning of our voice agents where the voice quality and the latency continues to improve. So that's really exciting. So Toby, can you take us for a spin or show us maybe what it looks like behind the scenes?
Yeah, absolutely. So, with the vast majority of our customers, we are connecting to their transportation management system, whether that's Trimble or McLeod or 3GTMS, Revenova, et cetera. as well as their telematics systems and the other solutions that go along with that. So, for example, document management and imaging, both for capturing documents as well as delivering documents, freight optimization and things of that nature, maintenance, fuel optimization, where we're connecting to systems that tell the driver where to fuel most efficiently. And, we have a lot of the data from all of those systems pulled together in one spot. So we can make logic decisions on our side of when certain things need to happen or when certain business rules have been violated. And, given those scenarios, we quite literally can create a webhook that sets up the rules. If I'm looking to check on the GPS position of a shipment 4 hours prior to pickup, for example, we can fire an automation that checks those business rules, determines has the carrier been assigned? Am I starting to get GPS data? Things of that nature in a brokerage situation, and then essentially fire a webhook over to the CloneOps system when we've determined that action needs to be taken. And then during that call with the driver or even the carrier, because the CloneOps agent could, if it can't get a hold of the driver, could get a hold of the carrier, navigate the auto attendant tree at the company and get a dispatcher. And then as they're collecting information, call back to our universal API, our Carrier Cloud API, and actually execute actions within the dispatch system, arriving and departing a stop, booking a shipment, updating an attachment or adding notes on there to let operations personnel know what's going on. I've even seen the agent, asking the driver, whether they left and what they're near, what city are they near, and we can actually create GPS track and trace location positions from that. And not only when that data comes back to us, not only are we updating the TMS, but we're also updating all of those other ancillary systems for documents and maintenance and things of that nature.
And the beauty of all of that is it's happening behind the scenes. So oftentimes customers don't have to lift a finger or add another resource. It's happening in real time through the logic on your side that triggers the agent to go ahead and take action and then sends the data back.
Absolutely, and keep in mind also that this can also incorporate voice triggered calls from customers and other parties where the CloneOps agent is receiving an inbound call or an inbound email from whoever it is that's calling, and when the customer's asking questions like where's my shipment or I want to book an order or things of that nature, you guys can call back to our Carrier Connect Carrier Cloud API and allow the AI agent to have access to the TMS data, the customer's account record, vehicle availability, and other things that the agent can make decisions on to either give them the track and trace data that they're looking for, or book the shipment, or send them the signed copy of the POD, etc., whatever comes out in the conversation.
And so now that data has connectivity, the agents can take action. Are you seeing customers rethink what's possible operationally?
For sure. We have some pretty innovative customers, both ourselves and CloneOps and us mutually. They have been rapidly adopting this. I mean, AI certainly is the phrase of the year so far, as I'm sure everybody knows. But everybody's kind of thinking of AI as ChatGPT, and they're using it to kind of replace Google search. We're actually talking about real customer service, driver manager, AI automation that's actually able to not only understand what the person is calling for, what their intent is, what their looking to do, but also equipping them, through tools like ours, through platforms like ours, to have the access to the data and to the tools to actually execute actions, updating the various systems, arriving, departing the shipment, collecting document or sending document information, et cetera. So customers are really sitting down, and I've seen a really high focus on this at a number of customers where they're analyzing how they're doing things and maybe rethinking the possible, right? Because it opens up a lot of doors.
Perfect. And then Toby, as we start to wrap up, if a customer wanted to learn more, what are the best next steps in order to reach out to either the Tranztec team or at CloneOps? They can definitely reach out to me, but who should they reach out to if they want to enable AI?
Yeah, for AI enablement, we have several hundred transportation-focused connectors that we can connect to a wide variety of systems, and it doesn't really matter whether your tech is the most modern. We connect to systems ranging from Trimble's TMW suite platform, TruckMate, McLeod, Loadmaster, Power Broker, and even systems that, for example, are AS400 based, like Innovative and TL2000 and things like that. So even though somebody might be thinking that their system might not be capable of doing AI, that's exactly where our platform comes into play. We're actually able to connect pretty much any of the software, any of the platforms that are out there to AI. And they can reach us on our website at tranztec.com, or just drop us an email at sales@tranztec.com, and we'd be happy to discuss the possible.
Perfect. And last but not least, Toby, any final thoughts on where the partnership is headed next?
What I'm sure you're fully aware of, we're sitting down with the team and talking about other areas. So I mean, we're talking about things that the agents can do in the safety and maintenance areas, possibly in driver coaching, and doing outreach for handling safety issues or ELD issues or regulatory hours of service issues. Anything that we're connected with becomes possible for the agent to action, and becomes possible for the agent to also be able to answer emails and answer phone calls and things like that. So our goal, obviously, for both of us, is to make trucking companies more efficient, to allow them to make better margin on what they have, be able to scale without having to add additional people. They can leverage the people that they have more efficiently and enable them to be more effective at doing their job and providing great customer service.
Perfect. Well, Toby, thanks for joining us today and sharing more about how Tranztec and CloneOps.ai are helping transportation companies operate smarter, faster, with real-time intelligence built directly into their workflows. And thank you all for joining us on this segment of Plugged In, where we showcase what happens when real automation meets real freight operations. Until next time.
Thank you, Alan.